Okay, so somebody said, explain Michi to me like I'm retarded, so I'm gonna say it slow. As soon as the game starts, you're gonna want to queue your town center full of villagers. You're gonna delete your hussar or your scout or whatever, because that's pointless, there's no need for it. This is what I do, not everyone does this. Hotkeys come in handy. Your idle villager, your build, and your town center. You're going to build town centers close to your villagers so that way they do not have to travel far. If they travel far, then it's a waste of fucking time. You don't want to do that. You're going to queue all of your town centers to group 1. It makes it easier. Once again, this is how I play. I am Huns, don't need the fucking houses, they're retarded. Idle villager hotkey, build more town center. Now I'm gonna chain queue town center. You can see the flag on the new ones to see what I mean whenever I say chain queuing. That way they can immediately go to the next town center and begin working on it, because I like them working like slaves. Now, 24 town centers, that's fine. The goal is to hit max population as quick as humanly possible. You're going to build your markets on the opposing side of the corner. Now, this is a 1v1 map, so obviously you don't want to place your markets close to the tree line, the middle wood line, but I have no choice. I am showing you how I build. I'll put mining camps with my new villagers or houses, depending on. I gotta sneeze. Oh god, my head hurts after that. So, I have a lot of stupid wood patches because this is the standard Michi map. So I'm going to build lumber camps while I'm also building mining camps. And I'm going to build a monastery because relics do play a part in gold income. Not as much as mining and trade carts, but it is what it is. Now, let's see. Put more there. Ooh, on the other side of that one. I'm gonna go ahead and spread out. That's the AI market that I can trade with. So I'm gonna select all my markets, queue to 2, right click so they can gather on the market. And I'm gonna build some spam markets as well. Spam markets, they're just pointless markets out of the way. Now, I want to be across the wood line with my lumber camps. And now then I'm gonna go ahead and set my gathering points and my town centers across the middle of the wood line. But I'm also gonna do what I do a lot of. Not a lot of people do this. I will box in my lumber camps, or I will just wall the front line. Oddly, I like to take up space, especially whenever I am in a position where I am Huns. This civilization totally sucks in Michi, because you have no good siege other than siege rams, and let's be honest, they're not really as good as people think they are. So what I'm doing is I am making multiple compartments. That way if the enemy breaks in, let's say right here, I have them locked in this small area. I can contain them. Now, if there was no separation, if there was no compartments like I do, they have this whole area to fuck off in, and I don't want them to fuck off in a big area. I want them to fuck off in a tiny area, if that makes any sense. So I have 7 minutes left on a treaty. This is very micro heavy or time consuming when it comes to walling, but it will pay off. It does pay off. The idea is to wall, basically adapt to the map. How you set up your bases, you're always adapting to the map, the mini map or map. Screw the mini map, that's irrelevant. I have 0 food, and ta-da. Now I'll go ahead and build my farms. This wall is just pointless, but whatever. I see the idle villagers over there. What are they doing? Jimmy, get to work. Bastard. Alright. Most of my mines are done. Okay, so now I have the whole front line walled almost. And I'll add more. And then what I will tend to do is I will put my stables in those compartments. Since, yeah, because I'm Huns, Paladins, you get the picture, get idea, picture, whatever. If I was Incas, I would put barracks. If I was Celts or Mongols or another siege heavy civ, I would place siege workshops along with stables. It just depends what your civilization is, because you're not always going to be the same civilization. If you play like a man and not a bitch. If you play like a bitch and you're just going to pick the same civilization over and over and over again, and that's no fun. For your opponents or for you, eventually it does get stale and boring. You don't learn shit. You don't learn much. You don't know anything because you play one civilization. But anyways, I'm just roasting the one civ players at this point. That is how I get my base set up. Unqueue all these. I don't need all that. Obviously, there is more to it, but this is just a simple setup. My mine's all done. And we'll select that, and we'll delete the rest. But like I said, there's more to it. This is just a quick building analysis on how I get going. Yes, the entire wood line is walled. There are some holes, but it's fine. It's fine. We're okay, people. We are okay.